welcome. I'm Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth. I am Parley's Artistic Director, and it is so lovely to see you all live in person. We want to thank you for showing up for live theater, and of course we want to thank you for anything that you've been able to contribute online or in the jars out front. I also need to thank Trial and Error Productions, both for donating this venue for our use and also for the unprecedented amount of support that they offer to our organization and several others in the area. Cowboys with Questions is Parley's 77th world premiere since 2014. Wow. What you're about to see is a workshop of a brand new play, and incidentally, this one, occasionally, it's one that I wrote, and that's tonight. A workshop production means different things to different people, of course. What it means for us is that you get to hear a complete new work on a very limited budget. It's essentially a fancy rehearsal so that we get a chance to see how the play functions three-dimensionally. Although the actors will have scripts in their hand, they're essentially working without a net tonight so that the play comes through as vividly as possible. I think y'all were here for the Bacchic rites. So this play was inspired by a Greek tragedy by Euripides called the Bacchae. The Bacchae is a story about the god Dionysus, the women who worshipped him, and Dionysus' powerful mortal cousin Pentheus, who is both repulsed by and attracted to the chaotic rites of Dionysus and all of his followers. I'll remind you that Dionysus is the god of winemaking, vegetation, ritual madness, and theater. Enjoy the show. Thank you so much.
Cowboys with Questions by Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth. Place: a hidden chamber beneath a heritage olive grove and vineyard that belonged to the secluded mission of Soledad, California. Upstage, there's a rickety set of stairs that leads to an exit out of the chamber. Above ground, we can see a little dirt and vegetation at ground level. Upstage center, there's a closed door leading to a private office. Downstage left, there's a hallway leading deeper into the tunnels. Time, the mid-2020s. Parados.
You wanted me? Pardon my dust. People tend to prefer me this way, more sweat than ambrosia. And I've never minded getting my hands dirty. You might say I'm betwixt and between, both this and that. Twice born, a stranger and a native. I roar and I surrender. I'm cultured, I'm coarse, I'm unpredictable. But that's what you like about me. Candidly, there's a lot I have to forget if I want to hold on to who I am. Do you know what this is? Better not, it's toxic. Deadly nightshade, Latin name Atropa belladonna. Atropa, you'll recall, is one of the three fates, the one who cuts the thread of life. Belladonna means beautiful lady in Italian. Women in Italy would drip the juice into their eyes to dilate their pupils because that's sexy. There's no accounting for taste. This used to be a popular roofie. The berries are sweet. Add some to a fermented drink, and there's no detectable bitterness. They say Circe gave it to Odysseus' sailors and turned them into swine. King Duncan I of Scotland poisoned an entire army of Danes by making a gift of it, wiped them out before they even set foot on the battlefield. Mixed by an expert and ingested in careful proportion, though, it can take you places. Witches would rub an ointment of deadly nightshade on their broomsticks before mounting them. You can imagine the alluring flights of fancy that resulted, absorbed through that sensitive area. Don't mistake me. This plant can kill you. Rather, this plant can kill you. I'm a professional driver on a closed course, so to speak. Our private reserve. You can't buy one of these, so don't ask. They go to my nearest and dearest, who offer them in trade at their discretion. Do you want to meet them? My favorites?
Yes.
Fair warning, I'm not a music prodigy. Great with plants, though. And people. Friends, we are no longer operating unnoticed here. The ranchers, the vintners, the ruling classes of this Golden Coast don't like what we do. The time approaches when we'll sort them out. You, who have left your withered life to follow me, I have sown your mortal seed into the rich and rocky soil in solitude. And soledad!
Soledad!
But soon, the earth will roll back its blanket. Soon, I'll harvest our army. Now is the time to be bold. Make noise, clap your hands. And let them all hear you.
I'm here, George. Born in West Texas dust.
Brooklyn, New York is ready to work, George.
Hey, Roy, it's your Iowan farm boy.
From Queensland to my Kingsland, here and ready.
De Guanajuato, Mexico, estoy lista, George.
And I come from the beach of Laguna. And I'm happy to be here.
George.
Gloves, please, George.
May I have my drum?
To work!
To work!
Choral entrance ode.
Make
room.
We are here now.
Listen.
Let only the reverent speak.
Mishandled words become wounds. Words can leave stains like blood.
This
is our home. We earn our keep.
We wake in the dark and retire in the dark.
We need less sleep than you.
And less food.
It's
easy
when you love what you do. What color is your parachute?
George,
Are you following your bliss?
I'm following my George.
And why do you follow him?
Why?
Why?
There's this place I go.
Where my mind splits open.
I forget what came before.
Ya no hay otro lugar.
I have everything I need, and George takes me there.
He takes me there.
He takes me every night.
Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof.
Second star to the right.
Listen.
His IQ is off the charts.
He can smell danger.
He's been a stuntman. He's been in prison. I think he killed somebody.
He makes an excellent omelet.
And he can talk to plants, make anything grow.
Anything.
Even me. Even you.
There's a battle ahead.
There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost when the world comes in.
But we know they won't win. We have a religious exemption, a generator, a trampoline.
Take a tour, pick the olives, sleep under her vines.
Before the clock runs down,
The rain turns to vinegar.
Fault lines split.
Escupirá los penachos venosos en el aire.
And we turn our golden faces into the sun.
sitting in a sand pit, life is a short trip. But we'll be ready.
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 Act 1, Episode 1. Dusk in early November, harvest time. Above, 2 pairs of feet approach the entrance to the cellar.
Why don't you head down and wait? I'll be right behind you.
Poppy descends the stairs, looking like someone who's been working outside all day. Above, Moonseed's feet remain. She's carrying the bull roarer, but we can't really see it. Making a deliberate physical preparation, she swings the bull roarer in a circular motion. Moonseed enters down the stairs.
Well, I mean, I had no idea all this was down here. George was brought on as the mission's caretaker during the pandemic. He had the grounds to himself for over a year, and he happened on these tunnels.
He didn't tell anyone what he found?
With all the adobe ruins here from the floods. Floods? The Salinas River. 3 in the 1820s or thereabouts. There have been several excavation proposals, but the mission board and diocese have no intention of paying for them.
Moonseed fetches a broom and dustpan and sweeps.
George put a lot of time into restoring this part on his own. He chose not to kick up a lot of dust in the process.
It's all so new.
Ayoy.
Ayoy.
You'll head on through there for your preparation, your bath. There's a tub, actually. It's a jacuzzi. I've had it warming up for a little while. The jets should work, but get me if you run into trouble. Use the salts and ball brush all over. Come here a minute.
Moonseed hands the broom to Poppy, holding the dustpan in place as Poppy sweeps the grime into it.
Moonseed? Just a sec. So, you scrub down your entire body.
My hair too?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Larkspur said. You can probably leave it up. Yeah, don't wash it. Your skin is lovely.
Thanks.
Have you thought about your offering?
It's all I think about.
Shit, we won't have time for a massage. I can't believe I botched that. I trained at the Essendon Institute in Big Sur. It's where I met George. He worked there. You know Essendon?
You mean the tribe?
Well, the institute was named for the tribe, though you won't find a whisper of that on their website. That's why I left when I did. Spiritual colonialism. But the bodywork's phenomenal. I do George and Caster for free, and all the girls too. It's one of the perks. The harvest will fuck up your back. But when you've finished in the tub, come back out here.
Do I wear what I'm wearing now?
Not in the tub, silly.
No, after.
Oh, I left a gown in there for you to wear. No meat or intercourse, right? You've abstained for 10 full days.
Yes.
It's important.
Why is it? Never mind.
Yeah, we've got to trust each other.
I do.
You've abstained completely then?
No. I mean, yes. I haven't had meat or sex for 10 days. I have not.
Great. Then I suppose that's everything.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, don't go too far into the tunnels or the digging. The past 10 years, it's made the walls more unstable than we'd like.
A new pair of feet appears above, running and skidding to a stop. Lantana enters and closes the door.
Lantana Aoi.
Aoi,
Good to see you here, Juna. Poppy.
It's Poppy now.
when did that change?
Yesterday?
Wow, it's happening. Okay, well, they say it's happening in Soledad.
Soledad!
Still getting used to that. Wait, what?
It's happening in Soledad.
Soledad!
There's a sign on the 101,
A billboard?
going south.
It's sort of the slogan for the town.
But Poppy is from Southern California. You don't see that sign coming from north.
Possums, come into the room with me now. You're not present, neither of you.
Sorry.
What's happening? Soledad.
Soledad!
It's
What?
happening.
What's happening?
Catch up, babe.
exits into the tunnel.
It's been more than 5 minutes.
Castor was busy with the goats, so he couldn't bring my buckets right away.
Lantana,
Yeah.
let's get real. You're aware of today's schedule. You knew we'd be signaling, yeah? We're running behind. I've still got George's body treatments to do. He's waiting.
Will you tell him I'm sorry to
Let him down? He'll be fine. It's you you're letting down.
Is there a consequence?
That's entirely up to you. We're not here to punish.
I think yes, consequence.
Then you need to think of one, okay? And I bet you can get that readiness time where it should be. It's all down to us, 2 harvests, and with Poppy coming in. You're not worried about that.
Maybe.
When it's time, don't hesitate. The others will be down soon. Look in on Poppy, yeah? Remember how it felt for you.
I remember.
Moonseed exits through the office door. Above ground, 2 boot-clad feet appear.
Do you know what she put in the water?
You don't have allergies, no?
Bryony comes down the stairs in haste, holding the ritual knife and a cut tangle of ivy.
Hey, oi, Bryony.
I'm fucking late. Larkspur down here?
No, not yet.
There's some cowboys with questions down by the Wantrail Road.
Cowboys with.
Where's Moonseed?
She's in with him now.
Hey, what?
Hi. Oh, you should be in your bath.
Oh, I wondered.
They want to know.
It's totally okay.
Hold that thought. Lantana, will you run, go find Larkspur right now, fill her in about the vaqueros on the road, try George's quarters, she's probably there, and then come back here.
And you tell Moonseed that
Oh, if you're quick enough, no one will even know.
But if Moonseed.
Go.
Lantana exits above ground.
Yes.
Bryony retrieves George's thyrsos and begins winding the ivy around it.
It's no problem. I just like to know what's in the water.
The jacuzzi. Are you smelling something that disturbs you, seeing something?
They're just like leaves and twigs and
Well,
stuff.
you've been picking olives all day and into an all-night grape harvest. Knowing Moonseed, it's probably rosemary and yarrow for your sore muscles.
Oh,
Plus a little arsenic, but we can't have that.
there's arsenic in the water?
I mean, a little bit.
And that's safe?
Well, don't drink your bath water.
Bryony returns the thyrsos, dismissing Poppy. New feet appear above ground and the door opens.
Hey, oi, Brian.
Hey, oi.
How do we do?
Just 4. We're 8 minutes since the signal, with 2 of us still above ground, and that's not gonna fly.
I thought for sure that I'd be the last one down. The goats, when they heard that bull roar. Oh,
What?
God, holy hell, that thing is loud. And down they went. Oh,
Poor babies.
it's hard to think like a soldier when my goats need a fainting couch. Meanwhile, the olive buckets are stacking up at check-in, the picker's in line, and the mill guy's waiting. Hey, should we get dressed? I might need some help.
Yeah, Moonseed's in with George. I'll help you.
Oh, I smell like livestock.
Oh, you smell ideal, honey.
Bryony crosses to a small closet upstage and opens the curtains. Inside, the closet contains several drapey gowns and animal skins. Bryony helps Castor dress.
Sorry about the stubbles. No time to wax.
Chest won't show. Pits look good.
No, the legs are worse, I'm afraid.
Mine are at least as hairy as yours.
Well, what about my eyebrows?
There are a few weeds sprouting.
Oh, Moonseed threads them.
Moonseed is a very patient woman.
Bryony retrieves a makeup bag from the upstage closet. Castor removes tweezers from the makeup bag.
Okay, go on. Use the mirror.
Castor exits into the tunnel as Lantana's feet appear above.
I think the queen goat needs Castor.
What makes you say that?
She's making a lot of noise. She's crying.
Oh, she's in heat. Castor's tweezing. We're late.
Does Castor like to, como se dice, travestirse? Shave his legs, dress like a girl?
He doesn't prefer it. It's just for the ritual. Sugar, come on now. Grab a gown. Oh, you found Larkspur?
I went to the barn, George's rooms, down to the road, but she was there already, talking to those guys.
And did she get rid of them?
I had to come back here.
All right.
Oh, Lantana's kicking ass.
Gracias, amor.
You look nice. You wearing mascara.
Yeah. Plus.
Oh, falsies.
Castor bats his false eyelashes at Bryony. Another pair of feet appears above. Larkspur enters, carrying the work gloves.
Oh, here she is.
The Cowboys have dispersed.
Oh, motherfuckers.
And all is well, AOA.
Hey, oi.
Castor pulls Moonseed's gown from the closet.
Castor, your nanny goat wants you.
Oh, she wants something.
What can I say? Nanny's dig me.
It's that pram you fell out of in Kensington, was it?
Debut. In any case, I don't flatter myself. What Semele wants is a buck. With an F, with a B.
She's not the only one.
She can wait her turn. Remember Moonseed.
And I'm saying we could have baby kids to push around in little goat strollers, you know?
Carrying Moonseed's gown, Castor knocks softly on the office door.
Paging Moonseed.
The door opens just enough for Castor to hand in the garments before closing again.
What happened with the vaqueros?
The land's too damn verdant. We're bringing in bumper crops during the worst drought in California history. Jackasses came right up to the gate and started tossing around the phrase water theft.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
And they've got sick animals. 2 guys accused us of deliberately poisoning their cattle. They blame the lantana around the property line.
Where is our property line?
That's disputed.
Well, because there's no fence. Well, why don't we fence it?
We'd need permission from the diocese.
I drafted a letter, but George asked me to wait.
Is it just me, or is it getting harder? Oh, and not for George. For us.
If we don't do this right, it'll get harder for him too.
Why? Are they going to the cops?
Don't worry about it. We might not be here much longer.
Are we leaving? Where are we going?
Oh, it's not for sure yet.
I'm sending some recruits to the old resort.
Not Esalen. Where? Avila?
Closer. Our backyard.
Paraiso.
Paraiso's gone.
Lost.
Like, gone.
Brian is alluding to Milton.
I am.
The springs are still there. The land is sacred.
Paradise found.
Okay, but someone bought
It's been boarded up for years. There's a lodge, rec room, workshop, half a dozen cottages just standing empty.
it. Okay, when then?
An advanced team starts set up this week.
Well, what about our plants? Is there a barn? Where do the goats sleep? What about my bunk?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
They're in my care. I'm gonna need some notice.
You'll have no.
If I have notice, George tells me when he wants what he wants.
And that is?
What do you want me to say? Tonight, he wants us to plant poppies.
This is about Poppy.
Tonight's about Poppy, yeah. I mean, take a hint, take a breath, take a number.
Understood. You know, there are worse plants for cows in our gardens. Besides the lantana.
For goats, too.
Goats, sure. The larkspur, it's real bad.
Yeah, real bad. And the bryony. Not to mention the castor bean.
Any medicine can be toxic if it's misused.
With everything we're growing, I'd be worried about our animals if we didn't have you.
I love you too.
Bryony pours the contents of the carafe into a drinking cup.
Unadulterated?
Yes.
Gloves on, Larkspur picks up several belladonna berries and lifts them to the light. Lantana emerges from the tunnel wearing her gown. She remains there in stillness, unseen by the others.
When'd you pick these?
This morning, amor fati.
Larkspur places the berries in the mortar, pulverizes them with a pestle, then scrapes the contents of the mortar into the drinking cup. First choral ode.
Those Cowboys.
Fuck 'em.
Think.
Did you see the one called Tristan?
Tristan?
A rich guy.
Like the sad Brad Pitt character?
What?
Legends of the fucking Fall?
Tristan is a sad name.
Rolling in cash.
Gabriella.
What?
He can't be too sad.
A consequence.
Wealth can't put a man together.
Did he look broken to you?
Think.
He looked lonely,
Well, it's lonely all over. The town's name means solitude.
like an orphan in a crowd,
A consequence.
waiting to be chosen, smiling
Think.
and losing hope.
I met him, I think,
When?
years back. He's George's family.
Oh, nuh-uh.
They're related.
Huh.
I sent him away, Bryony.
Consecuencias.
They can't be too close, George and him.
There's violence in that family tree.
It's violent all over, not the exception, the rule.
If family has found George here, should we leave sooner?
For Parazzo?
Some are the melody.
Some are the beat.
I know my part, but George knows the whole score. Why try to orchestrate?
There's no point.
It pisses him off when we try.
Yeah.
A little extra Dom energy, you know? He gets choky.
Does he?
I mean, he has.
Let's do Poppy's thing tonight. This gravy train's almost run out of gravy.
How much gravy do they have?
Poppy?
Hey,
Sorry.
enough. It's getting late.
So fuck the Cowboys.
Yes.
And their questions.
De las jodan.
If this man thinks we will serve his interests, I pity him. He's got no imagination.
George freed us from blood ties. Cut the apron strings.
While the other sad sacks try to tether us to their ends.
I guarantee this cowboy means nothing at all to George.
Tristan.
A sad name. For a sad man.
Oh, good to see you there, sweetheart. You okay?
Let's get changed. Will you babysit?
Yeah, sure.
I'm in trouble.
How do you mean?
Larkspur told you to wash me?
No. Once the entheogen is mixed, we supervise it. It's part of our commitment and how we take care of each other. The drink needs a babysitter, not you.
Do you always put in 3?
Of the berries, we worked up to it. As you get stronger, you can handle more.
And you become like George?
Well,
No one is like George.
yeah, no one I know. How was it for you last time? I thought it was beautiful.
While I was in transportation,
Yeah, you were transported, all right.
it was like an earthquake. All the épicas after it's over,
Yeah, aftershocks.
a big breaking open. Then I was feeling it for 3 days after.
Yeah, one time I felt it for like 5 days, and I had to get my driver's license the next morning. George went with me. I started screaming at the DMV guy. Apparently, I thought he was my mom's older brother, who was a fucking monster, by the way.
Did they give you the license?
Nope. Do you have one?
I don't try without documents. I don't go in there places like that.
Yeah. My license expired while I was inside a, prison.
What did you do?
I guess it was nothing. It was nothing too bad, They let me out when COVID hit. Feels like a past life. Nothing good fucking happens in cinder block buildings. My experience that day with the drink, it was really extreme, but it was exactly what I needed. It obliterated something inside of me. Something that would have probably killed me. It's tried to kill me before. It had me on the run. So you gotta destroy whatever's hunting you, or you'll never feel at home. anywhere.
Who's hunting you, Lantana?
I was.
Just say the word and we will fuck them up.
It was a metaphor.
And have fun doing it, honey.
See, I told you you weren't in trouble.
In trouble?
I have to make a consequence.
Whatever it is, we're here to support you. We love you.
We love you.
And anyone who comes for you is gonna earn a fucking toe tag for their trouble.
Wearing the gown of an initiate, Poppy emerges from the tunnel. The ritual begins. Everyone drinks the entheogen from the same cup, Poppy drinking the most. Castor beats the drum. Poppy joins the dance. Lantana beats Poppy with the scourge. Poppy is presented with a thyrsos. Suddenly, George is present. He eats a handful of belladonna berries. The dance becomes increasingly martial, culminating in a ferocious uproar. The cacophony covers the sound of the above-ground door opening. Unnoticed, Tristan appears on the stairs. When George steps to the side, Poppy runs directly into the office. George follows, closing the door. The moment the door closes, the dance ends like the snuffing of a candle. Winded and sweaty, the dancers breathe together as one organism.
Hang
He's
on.
one of those guys.
Now hang on.
The Cowboys.
I met you today. Are you here for George?
Bryony sprints to the office door.
Help.
Episode 2.
He's not okay.
What's wrong with her?
Then.
Go, fine.
They're fine. You're currently transported, right, babe?
What happened in there?
You were shaking so hard, he was like seizing up.
You don't owe this man an explanation.
Fine, but I stutters. The back, isn't it?
It's all right.
It's come.
Chucked on, Bobby.
Carrying a tiny bag, Bryony enters rapidly from the tunnel, heading upstage.
Alice?
It's Bryony now.
Will you tell him I'm here?
He knows. Excuse me.
You have it? That's him?
Yep.
Ducking under Larkspur's arm, Bryony disappears into the office. Larkspur closes the door, standing sentry.
You should have told me who you were.
How's he doing?
He's tired. Bryony's giving him an injection of B12.
You were aware her license was suspended.
She can drive.
Her nursing license. What was that he ate?
When?
Looked like deadly nightshade. Doesn't need a vitamin, he needs a doctor.
Bryony's got it in hand.
You give him a cup of warm vinegar, take him to the hospital.
Is there a reason why he's still here?
You're familiar with belladonna?
Yeah, where'd you get it? Pretty sure you're on the wrong hemisphere for that plant.
George can grow anything, anywhere.
Yeah, I've known him longer than you.
Tal vez estás en el hemisferio mal.
¿Cómo?
You know George?
He's my cousin. Es mi primo.
I speak English.
No quiero ofenderte.
No me ofendes. Tu nombre me entristece.
¿Sabes mi nombre?
¿Tristan? ¿No? Como Brad Pitt. ¿Le ves de pasión la película?
The movie?
¿Y cómo te llamas?
Your name.
Lantana.
Ah, las mariposas te aman, Lantana.
Butterflies love you.
Ay, cuidado, vaquero. Soy tóxica.
Careful.
No soy vaquero, ya no.
¿No?
Soy ranchero.
Rancher.
El paso de los vaqueros.
¿El paso?
Big boss.
Vaquero, that's cowboy.
How do they say vaquero? Buckaroo. Vaquero.
You know, he keeps eating that shit, it'll kill him.
Incorrect.
It's toxic to humans.
Irrelevant.
Well, maybe the cattle can take it.
Goats can too. You really don't know what you think you know.
No lo entiendes, acaso. Es un milagro.
Miracle.
Lantana.
Ya, Castor. Ellos no entienden el idioma. George tampoco. Es grosero hablar español.
Quizás sean los groseros. Hey, when can I see George?
Lantana, when you speak a language we don't all understand,
Hey, can he hear us in there? Hey, how you doing, cuz?
he says, he doesn't feel your regard.
Is that why he got sick? Because
¿Qué pasa, George? What's wrong? Él piensa que estoy flirteando contigo.
Flirteando. Flirting? Es un problema? Do you belong to him? Does she belong to you?
Tristan, I assume you want to be here?
What? Yes.
Show respect.
¿Eres prisionera?
prisoner.
No es la prisión.
¿Estás en las drogas?
Drugs.
Hey,
No.
you're way off base, man.
Pues, ella está.
She is. He means me.
Ella.
¿Ella? ¿Qué es eso?
Has aprendido español de los machistas.
¿No te gustan las machos?
Include us. Lantana.
I like everybody.
Lantana.
I'm not taking drugs. I choose the beer.
Please stop fucking around.
Larkspur, I shortchanged him. His body work. I was late. I was rushing.
To that point,
We were all late.
Moonseed, I need to.
The Cowboys showing up, that threw me, and to be honest,
Too many mistakes!
Bryony pulls the office door closed behind her. Second choral ode.
blind as a bat, hot as hell, mad as a hatter, dry as a bone, bowel and bladder lose their tone, and the heart races on, alone.
Something's amiss. The ground cracks around us. The air wants to choke us. The Salinas runs dry.
The upside down river.
The upside down river.
Flowing north.
Like the Nile.
Underground.
Like the Styx.
We learned to swim there, George and me.
Dressing the salad bowl of the world.
That's a long time ago.
Now
Blind as a
she
bat,
disowns us.
hot as hell,
Sparkling mother.
mad
What
as a
must we
hatter,
pay? What
dry
do we
as a
owe?
bone.
George isn't well.
He's been poisoned. That plant's toxic.
Not to him.
It wasn't the plant.
It was something else.
It wasn't the plant.
Was it me?
Lied.
I
I
was
was
late.
late.
Hot.
I didn't shave.
Mad.
I missed his massage.
Dry.
I lost my way.
Blind.
We lost our way.
Mad.
We lost our way.
Today. It was me.
It was me.
It was me.
It was Moonseed, I lied.
What?
10 days of
Abstaining
from
meat? What?
Oh,
it was for George what I did.
You.
Me and George.
Christ.
Bryony crosses to the office door and opens it a crack, checking.
The debts pile up.
That was my offering, my trust fund.
The hell?
I tried.
What the hell?
We pay for our transgressions, or George does.
How?
He's paying right now.
Visibly rattled, Bryony closes the office door.
blind as a bat,
I apologize.
mad as a hatter, hot as a
It
hare,
was me.
dry as a bone.
Alice, what are you saying?
It's a mnemonic and antichlorinogenic for overdose.
He didn't overdose.
Bryony goes into the office to check on George again.
Can't see, can't pee, can't spit, can't shit. I was rushing.
You were rushing, so you forgot his injection.
Injection?
Injection. It's a vitamin he takes before.
Vitamina. Para qué sirve?
It's B12.
¿Cómo te llamas? Dime tu nombre.
Your name.
Me llamo Lantana.
No, tu nombre de antes.
Tell me.
De tus padres.
Gabriela.
Lantana!
Gabriela, puedo sacarte de aquí.
He's going to take her.
Something's going terribly wrong.
No digas eso.
Don't say that.
Too many mistakes!
George!
I'm sorry.
Castor checks the tunnel,
It's coming down!
but the Asis gathers around the stairs.
You forgot
I forgot.
to stop the shot. His vitamins, so he didn't have it.
War of the world!
Save
George!
It's not B12. Oh, God, it's not B12. It was me!
Act 2, Episode 3. Less than an hour has passed. A light dust blankets several horizontal surfaces. Although the office door is open, George, within, remains remote. A pair of feet appears above ground and Castor enters.
Well, a lot of them stayed. They went to the barn once the shaking stopped. There are 60 or 70 people waiting for someone to tell them what to do.
Did you see Warren, Nicola?
Warren? He's,
No, Lauren's the guy from Rap. Nicholas from Crew.
I've got a list that you can check.
And what about Pancho?
One of the Lone Oak guys?
Lone Oak is part of Han Estate.
Doesn't matter. He's with us now.
Pancho's here. Ramon, he's split.
Poaching from wineries.
We're giving exploited workers lives of meaning and dignity.
You talking about winemakers or field laborers? Because the exploitation mileage varies.
Is anyone hurt?
The people seem fine. But Semile's dead. A beam in her stall came down on top of her.
Oh, Castor, I'm so sorry.
What else?
The mission got the worst of it. They're gonna have to rebuild. Again.
That is a problem for the diocese.
It'll trigger a site visit. Firefighters? Emergency services?
No. The internet's out and Wi-Fi.
Okay, we got an hour or two, maybe.
Larkspur exits into the room upstage, closing the door behind her.
Just a few minutes, everyone, and we'll get on with it.
What was it if it wasn't B12?
Huh?
The injection. You said it wasn't B12. If you've been dosing him with something.
Beg pardon, are you asking me about his private medical information?
Don't bullshit me, Brian. We've been together a long time.
Well, at this point, I might be the only one not fucking him, so
Oh, get a dog up here.
guess I touched a nerve. She's not the first cow out to shoot anymore.
Fighting, please, fighting. Don't argue about culpa. I forgot.
No, you got it. Blame.
I have responsibility.
Everyone has responsibility.
Let's just concentrate on cleaning up our mess.
They're coming to shut us down.
Who is they?
Not me, I wouldn't.
Those Cowboys from today, the ones he came with.
Oh, I don't live here. It's the vintners you should be worried about.
We've been through this before. Accusations begin, then it's only a matter of time. We move tonight.
Where? Horizon. Are we dying?
Bryony, I want you to finish the harvest. Supervise the team. Everyone else is on transpo, loading and unloading. As many trips as necessary, as quickly as possible.
It's 60 people. If any of us is
They
spotted.
can skirt the edges of the farm, off-road, no headlights. There won't be a better time to do this. Moonseed, George wants you to stay close by.
Well, he still needs looking
Castor,
The goats, yeah.
I'm his nurse. He needs me here.
he asked for Moonseed. Castor, he wants you in the tunnels to salvage what you can.
But what do I do with them?
Load them. Low key, everything in the armory.
There's an armory.
No. What do I do with the others?
Oh, no. You're asking about the goats. No, they're not our top priority.
Well, they can't defend for themselves. If they eat the wrong thing, I'd rather kill them than abandon them.
As you prefer. We can get more goats. Moonseed, you go to help Castor and be on hand when George needs you.
When can I see him?
We need to get going. We're just about out of time here. Good news is our home's mere miles away. We're not even leaving Soledad.
Soledad!
Larkspur and Poppy file up the stairs, exiting above them. Bryony lingers on the stairs before exiting. Castor and Moonseed exit cautiously into the tunnel. The office door opens, and George enters.
What
In the good, goddamn, is what you're thinking. You never hear of bad goddamn.
Well, God is good. It's like Granny Helen used to say, God made us in his image.
Obvious. I haven't seen you in 7 years. Not since Texas.
Since Alice got fired, ran out of cash, and I had to pay her bail. When did you change your name to Bryony? Now you're back in Cali, stone's throw from where we grew up with your followers?
My Theosos.
Okay, who are all named after poisonous plants?
Are they?
You're eating belladonna?
I do that periodically.
Why?
Because I can.
You huffing tractor diesel too? Thought at some point you'd grow out of this shit.
I'm not being glib. No one else can eat that plant. I am able to, so I do.
You know that's what Manson used on Tex. Got him to kill all those people.
You still have a soft spot for old Tex.
He edited his high school newspaper. He's captain of the football team.
He didn't seem desperate or damaged to you.
Not before, but like those girls, he was totally eclipsed by one guy whose shadow will never grow out.
A, at 5'2", Manson didn't cast much of a shadow. B, the plant in question wasn't belladonna, it was datura.
Jimson.
Jimson weed, the very same. And C, psychoactive substances can't make you do anything you don't already want to do. Caffeine is a psychoactive substance. Now, he wasn't quite the boogeyman people made him out to be, but calling him one sold newspapers. Died in prison for those murders, and he never even held a knife. Wasn't even there.
Poor psychopath. He loved the attention.
He settled for it.
He cultivated it. Each night, as you sleep, I destroy the world. I mean, what the fuck?
We all cultivate what seeds we can. Manson had a scant few seeds in his pocket.
Yeah, well, you must have plenty. You cultivate whatever you damn please.
I can grow anything, but I can't bring what's dead back to life. The planet's shriveling on the vine.
In the paper today, tales of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over.
The dream's not over, but the world is winding down. This version of it, anyway.
Sounds ominous.
What are you doing here? If I remember right, you can't countenance my lifestyle choices.
Not sure about my own anymore, I guess. I've been feeling past my sell-by date. Like I've been kicking around for 100 years. Can't believe I might kick around for another 50.
You won't.
Right? Shouldn't count my chicks before they hatch. You remember Cool Baby?
The tiny little chick that couldn't?
Oh, Blind Featherball? The hatchery guy, what was his name? Nuck?
Nuke?
Nuke! Scooping all the little boy chicks into the macerator, and then there's the one that stumbles off onto the filthy fucking floor.
And somehow manages to make its way into your pocket.
Cool Baby loved his little life.
You wouldn't have survived long in that shoebox. Both of you were at the mercy of a more powerful force.
And we were gonna do stuff. You remember? Drag my dad's ranch out of the dark ages.
Says the titan of agribusiness.
Combine commerce with conservation, stewardship, protection of wildlife, sustainability.
Buzzwords are for kids, cuz.
And I can't remember the last time I was out on a pony, driving a herd. I'm on an airplane every other week, chiseling off tracks of our birthrights. Something I say hit you the wrong way?
Inherited wealth by way of land theft hits a lot of people wrong.
Nobody stole it from you. It's always been here, right where you left
The
it.
ranch and its holdings were given to you.
I would have gone 50-50. I didn't cut you out.
I didn't want it.
Bullshit. But what does any of that matter now? It's all fucking long over and gone. Poison cattle?
A couple few cattle may have wandered off their property and eaten plants they had no business eating. You know who's responsible for an errant cow?
I think it's a cowboy.
You know it. At least you used to.
Yeah, I'm not a cowboy anymore, and yeah, I goddamn miss it.
You want to ride a horse? Do it. You've got plenty of money.
We've got money. Telling you, what's mine is yours. We're blood.
No, I was the issue with some trucker. Wasn't that the line? All those itinerant speed freaks paying my mom to park their rigs in her lot overnight?
What's wrong what they said about her?
They said her CB handle was Big Bang.
George,
But she got what was coming to her, right? Why else would my dad have burned down the house? Oh, watch out. You might get what you're after.
George.
And thus my patrimonial claim went up in smoke. Along with my adulterous mother, 2 birds, 1 match.
We grew up together.
Because my dad killed my mom and went away for it.
We shared every meal. Slept in bunk beds. Double dated.
You and I are not the same.
I get that.
I don't cherish happy memories of that time.
Not even mucking stalls to the talking heads. Here on this mountain top.
Whoa.
Whoa! I got some wild, wild life.
I missed you. You want to know what I think, Tristan?
You never call me Tristan. I always call you George.
Names are powerful. Your name's sad.
Why'd you name your people after poisonous plants?
Exceptional plants. Fierce plants that can heal and attack.
Doing some doomsday theorizing.
It's not theoretical. My Theosos is building up their external and internal defenses. You're not here by accident. Maybe you're finally ready to be a part of this. To come home. I'd be making an exception, you understand. The army I've sown consists only of women.
Sown like a quilt?
Like seeds.
George, what the shit are you talking about? Sewing girl soldiers? You're not taking any men?
1 rooster to a hen house, 1 buck to a trip. Sorry, cool baby.
Castor enters from the tunnel carrying 2 heavy bags, presumably containing firearms. He takes note of George and Tristan as he silently climbs the stairs and exits above them.
What about him?
Castor?
Yeah, or does it not count if he's wearing eye makeup?
There's no role for Castor in what's coming. I'm phasing him out.
Does he know that? And what about the newest one? Trust fund, stutterer. Not a girl, as I've been told.
I enjoy Poppy.
As a woman or as a man?
Couldn't matter less. I'm omnidextrous.
You know, been asking around these past few weeks. Word spread up and down the state. People saying you're giving your wine away.
Trading it. Yes, for labor. It's yummy.
Well, you put people out of business, absorbing workers from nearby farms.
United Farm Workers is a relic. Only 2% of field laborers are unionized. The grass is a whole lot greener over here.
Then there's the sex.
Lest we forget.
A couple in Santa Barbara bent my ear about some drug-fueled, days-long orgy.
Aspersions from the American Riviera? I never.
George?
Tristan?
Your operation in danger? Is that why you're moving on?
The answers are available, but only to my inner circle.
What do you need? I can help.
I don't want a handout.
Christ, I'm telling you, it's your money too.
Not from an outsider.
Well, what would it take for me to come inside?
Blind devotion.
We're family.
And an offering of your choice.
Like what?
The offering?
Yeah, what do other people give? What's the nature of the offering? How large should it be?
This isn't 20 questions. Something you'd miss.
Shit, man, I'm pretty wealthy. You're relocating tonight. Planning to squat at the abandoned hot springs.
Horizon.
Horizon made a big splash about 15 years ago when it was acquired. Since then, no development to speak of. New owner's been sitting on the property, long-standing investment squabbles. Say I purchase it.
Is it for sale?
Don't be coy.
You can make that kind of offer?
I've been dreaming of my money in stacks. Coins, cups, jewels, piled in some cavernous chamber somewhere. Like the one Bugs and Daphne found that time, right? Open sesame.
How rich are you?
Done well. Better than our grandfather. Better than my dad. Hoarded away as it is, though, it's obscene. Perversity epitomized.
That word bothers me.
Epitomized?
Perverse. What's perverse is accepting no pleasure in exchange for bearing what's base.
You always did know how to have a good time. Put it this way. How much of my perversely unspent wealth do you think I'd give for an actual home? For a stake in something permanent, something to build on, a new family business, with you? Would it be enough?
I would think so.
Then I'm considering something.
Something.
Lantana. Now I know you like her, but we both know eventually you'll move on.
She's undocumented. Her family's somewhere in the Midwest with a disaster recovery firm.
Tornadoes, derechos, that kind of thing.
It's droughts, heat this time of year.
Sure.
Look, she's not on anyone's radar. Her parents are migrants.
Sure.
I told them I'd protect her.
Shit, I'll protect her if you don't stand in my way.
For how long?
Christ, man, I don't know. Forever?
You're proposing a trade, Lantana, for the Paraiso Hot Springs.
Sounds, you put it like that.
Okay. Yes?
Yeah, shit, yes.
A word of advice?
Sure, Swami.
You talk to me like I'm anybody, we're gonna have a problem.
I was breaking your balls. I didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
you did.
Look, I'm sorry, I really am.
From now on, delete the word birthright from your vocabulary. Don't say it to me, don't say it to Lantana.
Oh, I wasn't.
Her ancestors beat yours here by thousands of years.
Mine? My ancestors the same as yours? I get it, though. Thank you. This is Kool-Aid, right?
It was grape flavor aid. Everybody gets that wrong.
You wouldn't poison me.
It's medicine. And it's the smallest part of what we're doing here.
At least tell me I'm getting a new name.
Well, we're on the wrong coast, but I can still grow you. You're Jimson.
Moonseed comes out of the tunnel.
Feeling better.
Will you call the others to gather? We've got one more initiation before we vacate the premises.
2 in one day. Does Larkspur?
You are the first to know. I owe you something.
Oh, whenever.
As soon as we get settled at Paraiso. You've been more than patient.
Do I do the signal now?
In 5. Moonseed, tell Castor he can bring his precious goats.
Moonseed climbs the stairs as Bryony's feet appear above.
She seems happy.
She's finally getting a baby.
A baby?
So you never had kids?
But you're against kids, right? On principle.
He used to be.
In a dying world, procreation is perverse. In the coming world, it's a necessity. My cousin needs assistance.
George, can I just explain that we can...
No. You have your preparations. Are there more of my vitamins?
I can check on that. What are we preparing for?
Suppose you ask him your questions.
George exits into the office, closing the door.
Hey, I'm joining up. Sounds kind of martial, but fitting in a way.
Get drafted?
Truth be told, I was begging for it. George should sell cars, not girls.
You buy you a girl?
Just Lantana, so no es gran cosa.
Well, and what did you pay for her? God, looks like you swallowed all of it.
It's fucking weird. You said it was yummy.
And he is always right.
Motherfucker is always right. Alice.
Uh-huh.
What you been giving him? him in.
Tristan, do you recall what year it is?
Hun, at the moment, I don't recall my own name.
I just told you. It's Tristan.
No, it's old Tex. No, Jimson. Just you and me. We're the OPP. What's in the needles, girl?
It's called physostigmine. It's an antidote. It counteracts belladonna poisoning.
Nice.
He injects it before every ritual, but it wasn't in place today because I fucked up. Any other questions?
So, the B12.
I look after him, Tristan.
Jimson.
It's what I do. It has never been B12.
A pair of feet appears above ground.
Does he know?
Nobody knows.
Did I hear that right? We got a cowboy to initiate?
Sure do.
Yeah! According to Moonseed, we can bring them with us?
Oh, the goats! The goats! The goats!
Oh, okay. Is this where we are?
Fuck yeah!
And we're doing more wine in the ceremony? Can he take that?
Who, him? Oh, this one has to be ready. He's gonna need help.
Oh, help me.
Oh, I did not see this coming. Has any other guy made it this far?
Soy un macho.
We're gonna have to feminize you, alright? It's only for the ritual. I need the...
Yeah, I'll get it.
Bryony rushes into the downright tunnel.
One rooster to a hen house.
That's right.
Long as you fix me.
Oh, sweetie, we'll fix you.
Bryony reemerges carrying the makeup bag. Castor pulls out a packet of false eyelashes.
I know, they look like caterpillars. Close your eyes.
Oh my god.
So quick as a blink for me.
Castor affixes the false eyelashes to Tristan as Moonseed's feet appear above ground. She swings the bull roarer.
Oh shit! Oh, I love this so much.
The door opens and Moonseed enters.
You got pretty eyes, cowboy. Don't you think?
I do think.
Moonseed removes the tweezers from the makeup bag.
But your eyebrows, can I clean them up?
Are they dirty?
Oh, George likes a bit of dirt.
Gonna get rowdy.
Oh, it's Christina Aguilera.
Larkspur and Poppy enter.
Ring the alarm, I'm throwing elbows. Ring the alarm, I'm throwing elbows.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
me.
he's a regular jukebox, this one.
Possum, be still now, eh? I'll be quick.
Moonseed begins plucking Tristan's eyebrows. Third choral ode.
To George, the face matters most.
The face and ass.
Visage and derriere. He knows what he likes, and he's perfectly untroubled. Transcendence equals eyes plus keister.
Though not for us.
For us, it's the frisson.
Free zone.
The
free
zone. When he walks with me all night.
When he shows myself to me,
When I ask for his blessing and
The vine rose.
jacuzzi.
The bed.
indifferent to food, to sleep.
To never sleep.
We never sleep. Starving to hold.
The whole feeling.
Of
Time.
And he stretches himself through endless ages.
Elastic. Ancient.
Wearing thin.
Holding on.
A shivering inevitability.
you mean love?
More than love.
It's,
It's
more than love.
It's a bending, a bowing to what is bound to be.
the snap, ricochet of release.
Ah, release. It's an end and a beginning.
Abandon and control.
Who doesn't love that feeling?
To spill out, then gather yourself and the fruits of your enemies.
Into the basket press.
Extracting all the juice into one rich tea.
The universal compost from which all things grow.
Who doesn't love that fucking feeling?
Happiness.
What's that?
What is happiness?
What?
Escaping the flood by becoming it.
Burrowing into pain.
Prevailing over pain.
Making pain your prayer.
Episode 4.
The last of the people are up there from pull out for Paraiso. Is he good?
Good enough. Time for a gown, yeah? We have extras in the cubby there.
Tristan crosses to the closet and parts the curtains, revealing Lantana crouched in discomfort.
What's this, milady?
I've been looking all over the grounds for you.
Sorry. Lantana, we don't hide to get out of work.
It is my consequence.
It's okay. Time for you to come out now.
It's my consequence.
He's waiting for you, right? The bodywork. Fine.
Moonsey exits into the office, closing the door.
May I, please?
Lantana allows Larkspur to retrieve a spare purple gown. Larkspur hands the gown to Castor, who sets about dressing Tristan while Tristan admires Lantana.
I like you like this. Travel version. Compact. Versatile. Fold you up in a suitcase.
Castor drapes the gown over Tristan and adjusts it.
Oh, querida. I'm as pretty as you now. I got nice nalguitas and caterpillars in my eyes. Huh, I'm seeing like 2 of you. What is in this drink for real?
Did he get something different?
Oh, you got horns coming out of your head. Am I seeing right? I mean, am I looking right?
You look great, Bronco Henry. You've got nothing to worry about.
Oh, I think you might. Cool, baby.
Man, I never worry. So, some are the melody, some are the beats.
The music's for the sad men.
You're the most recent initiate now. You know your task.
You mean
Go on, go get it.
Lantana, can I have the...
Lantana hands Poppy the scourge.
For me? Es eso.
Sí. Te va a golpear.
You have to cut that shit out, Lantana. The Spanish, you know this.
I just told him that Poppy's gonna hit him.
Nope. A consequence must lead to a behavioral shift or it's meaningless.
That hurts a lot, right?
Not too much.
Okay, come out now, please. Now, give her some help. Castor.
Bracing against Castor, Lantana exits her hiding place.
I thought it didn't matter if I spoke Spanish, since I'm going with him. What? I heard them talking. For us, he is purchasing Paraiso, so George is giving me to him.
No. No, that's a misunderstanding. We don't do that.
It's done.
The fuck it is.
We don't sell people. That would be human trafficking.
Or love at first sight.
Tell me we're not in bed with this guy.
He's really, really fucked up right now.
Much better. Bitter. I'm not stuttering. Thank you, God!
You know who to thank.
If my parents spent so much money, nobody could help me. 3 hours with George, he cured my speech.
You really think he's packing a magic hammer? I mean, I've known him forever. I've seen all of it, and I love the guy. But he's just a guy. Right, Alice? What's his big trick? Eating poison nightshade berries and then surviving. How does he do that, Alice?
What's in the syringes? It's not B12.
Moonseed.
She told us it wasn't.
The needle has the, anecdotal?
Antidote?
To the poison. It's not his fault. He has no idea.
Okay, this has gone far. We just
It's
need
not
to
your
stop.
fault either.
Tristan
Jimson.
What is he talking about?
He is high.
You gotta call bullshit every once in a while. After all, he's not turning water into wine.
What's that mean? Does it mean
Let's
that
not
George-
jump to conclusions.
She's been deceiving us this entire time.
I have. Yes.
But he's saying that George...
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I know, George.
Can he eat the plant and live or not?
Of course he can. He did it for years. I was there. But the flesh is... well, eventually it takes a toll on the flesh, even his. Why do you need him to torture himself for you? Is your faith really that real?
Right.
Because if that's the case, we might as well put him up on a cross and nail him to it.
What about your faith? When did you stop believing?
Never. I haven't traded on my devotion for so much as a hot meal, let alone a baby.
Hey, girls, you're both pretty.
And I am trying to keep him with us for as long as fucking possible.
Aoi!
Aoi!
Fourth choral ode. George enters and strides to the ritual basket. He picks up a handful of Atropa belladonna roots.
Stop him.
George.
The roots are the worst. Don't! Spit it out. George!
But he already took the
Antidote.
Right, so...
George, I beg you, forgive me. Bromios, Homedios, and Threos.
I can't. Your deceit set us back to the start.
Please.
There will never be enough proof to counter the doubts you've planted. Leave my sight now.
She is devoted to you, George. She meant no harm.
She is withered. Don't cry. Accuse yourself. You have failed, so accept the result. Either take your consequence like a soldier or forget our names.
But
Stop stalling. You can change nothing now.
Bryony slowly walks toward the tunnel.
No. No, wait.
She exits.
Do you want love?
Yes.
Then commit to it. Do you want truth?
Yes.
Then seek it. Do you want justice?
Yes.
Then demand it. May each receive what each deserves.
May each receive what each deserves, and justice uproot the unworthy.
I am here because of you. Without your belief, I die.
George's balance falters.
Larkspur, I think he's...
I'll get Bryony.
Castor exits into the tunnel.
I am here because of you. Without your belief, I die.
We believe.
Do you?
We believe.
If you believe, clap your hands.
She's dead!
Episode 5. Castor has entered holding the ritual knife. It's covered in blood.
Ugh, we did this.
What happened?
She cut her own throat. God, the blood.
It's called Jigai. As practiced in Imperial Japan by the wives of samurai. Bryony was a warrior. We will prove ourselves worthy of her sacrifice.
The first responders from the earthquake are coming. They will find her here. We can't be here.
Should someone call the police?
Laying our operation bare is not an option.
We will handle it. Bryony was ours.
Can I see her then? I want to see her.
Castor, take her out of here. You know what to do.
What? Well, what if someone sees
Do
me?
you know what the word sacrifice means?
Yeah, but I don't know how to get rid of a body. I'll get collared for sure.
Well, Castor, that's just stinking thinking.
Fifth choral ode.
Oh, George, you said this was coming. I'm phasing him out. You heard him, right?
He said, "Él se va a librar de Castor."
Librar, like
Get rid of him. He did say that.
Did you? Is that true?
what's your name, cool baby?
Castor.
No, your first name, the original one.
I don't know.
It's Neil.
What have I got now? Nothing. I gave it all to you. Everything I had.
Not everything. Not yet. Lantana, you will take Jimson to Paraiso.
Okay, a paso. Vamos.
To paradise.
Not like this, George. You ready?
Let's saddle you up, buckaroo.
Lantana, no. Don't go.
Do not fucking thwart me.
Lantana gently relieves Castor of the knife.
Are you really leaving with me?
Stay out of trouble. No more.
Lantana and Tristan ascend the stairs and exit.
Well,
George turns to see that Larkspur has picked up her Thyrsos defensively. His vision is blurring. His mouth has become dry.
can't see, can't pee, can't spit. I need water. Moonseed. Poppy.
Exodus.
What would you do? You're in the last safe place, which happens to be a filthy hole underneath a California mission. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if the native peoples fleeing Junipero Serra and his boys way back when tried to tunnel their way out of here. They had very few options historically, whereas you, if you were me, what would you do? To stay in this inhospitable wasteland? What would it take to get you to stay? To keep on existing? To be patient? They are babies. They have squishy brains they can't understand. I can. A little. I'm half human. Believe me when I say it's my least favorite part. Those grubby little human appetites, I have them too. So I'll tell you what, I'll let go of mine if you let go of yours. Has any of you encountered a demigod before? You're virgins? Well, it's not all swan mounting and pedicures. It's kind of a shit gig. I'm exhausted. Talk to my dad. Not a speck of human in him, and I can't imagine a more short-tempered entity. Still, we soldier on. For you. Can we finally admit that it was you who brought me here? Look where we are. Look again. You wanted me. You wanted me. What can I say? That's life.
George swoons. Dropping their sigh, his followers catch him.
Thanks.
The Thiassos has transformed into one single-minded organism.
You are an amazing, strange man.
And amazing experiences await you. Your celebrity will reach high heaven.
You will be lifted, held aloft by those who love you most.
I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I do too.
A final pair of feet appears above ground.
You can't ever be rid of me. I will always come back to life.
George's followers carry him into the office, depositing him in his chair. The door above ground opens and Lantana enters. She holds a newly bloodied knife. The others rush out of the office to greet her.
Back.
Lantana descends the stairs with the dripping knife.
Lantana,
Are you okay?
What did you do?
I killed the goats.
Lantana surveys George in the office. She approaches the doorway. For a moment, Moonseed stands in her path.
Consecuencias. Consecuencias.
Lantana exits into the office, knife first. End of play.